Indiana is building death camps, and they want to use like firing squads and gas chambers inside of prisons. This is a recent bill, a House bill number 1119, proposed on January 27th, 2026 at 5:21 p.m. If you don't believe me, I got the actual fucking document here. iga.in.gov, and then this all shit. It's the fucking craziest thing I've ever seen. We're going to talk about that. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? What else? Trump admitted that he has an inner sanctum. If you don't know what an inner sanctum is, it's sort of like it's like a summoning pit for Baal or Moloch, with like a temple. It's like a sacred place. Oh, we're doing sacrifices to Moloch under the ballroom, and that's why we call it the ballroom, because it's for Baal. We got babies. Oh, give me the baby. Look at this one. Lots of people have been saying this baby is so cute, so cute. I've been saying it's hot, and we're gonna sacrifice it to Moloch. Oh. Like, I mean, I don't even know what to tell you anymore. Nicki Minaj being a dumb bitch, saying that, you know, like, there ain't nobody like Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump. She's licking him clean. I don't know what it is. She almost seems scared. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that her husband's a pedophile and she wants to get him a pardon. And then Ted Cruz pretty much told Donald Trump, yo, you're gonna lose the House, you're gonna lose the Senate, you're gonna get impeached every fucking week, you're a doofus. And then Donald goes, fuck you, Ted. So lots of shit to talk about. We're gonna talk about it. Hi, how are you? I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. If you're new here, I'm a dirtbag leftist, also known as a socialist. I fucking hate fascism, and I think that capitalism has led us down the wrong path, and it is the reason why we are experiencing such fucking travesties every single goddamn day. Other than that, I have no sponsors. I don't do ad reads. I've never had a conversation with a billionaire, a government, a PAC, anything like that. So if you do want to support this channel, because this is grassroots media, this is independent media, every dollar that I get donated, that goes into expanding the operation, maybe getting a little bit of art on the wall, you know, getting a nicer camera, getting a new microphone, expanding, doing everything we can. So a couple ways you can help me out financially. You could buy merch like the Swocialist poster, the Duty Calls merch line. You could click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member, which will give you access to some really cool emotes and I just saw, shut the fuck up, just some really cool emotes and some member only content. And then also you can become a patron on Patreon. Huge shout out to the patrons, guys. Become a patron, because you never know what's going to happen with these platforms. You know, TikTok got fucking nuked. Some other apps are going to get fucking nuked. You never know what's going to happen. Patreon, at least, you know, I don't think that they got their eye on that one. So make sure you become a patron. Oh, other than that, for free, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Do that shit for free, even if you fucking hate me, you fucking piece of shit. All right, without further ado, let's dive into honestly, I think the scariest nightmare news I've had to read in a long time. So there's this bill that was proposed on the 27th, that was yesterday, in Indiana, and the synopsis of the bill is as reads: execution methods, authorizes the death penalty to be carried out by firing squad, removes the requirement that an execution be carried out at the Indiana State Prison and before sunrise. So not having to be done at the Indiana State Prison implies that they're going to be doing executions in private prisons. If you don't know, Geo Group and Civic Corps, they were the first company to max out their donation to the Trump campaign when he was running in this previous election. And they own like so many private prisons that 90% of all ICE detainees are thrown into one of those private prisons. This bill seems like they're trying to make it so that they can execute prisoners at private prisons. It's Core Civic, it's Geo Group, it's nightmare shit. Adds a pooled media witness to the list of persons authorized to witness an execution, exempts certain persons from being required to participate in an execution, and requires the Department of Correction to contract with a psychologist or psychiatrist to make available treatment services to a member of an execution team. Makes conforming amendments and technical corrections. So, as you can see up here, I have the number 1.5 in the Control F search, and I have that there for a reason. There's a couple of things I want to touch up with you, because my chat told me about this. They said go to sections 1.5, you'll see some crazy shit. So, except as provided in section 1.5 of this chapter, the punishment of death shall be inflicted by intravenous injection of a lethal substance or substances into a convicted person. So that's what we have been doing, right, is the lethal injection. Now, if you keep on going, we get to this.
The Department of Correction may carry out an execution by lethal injection or firing squad, right? Now, it keeps on getting worse. I know right now you might be thinking, like, Chris, this isn't like crazy news here, but you're about to read something absolutely fucking insane. So, section 35-38-6-1.5 is added to the Indiana Code as a new section to read as follows. The Department of Correction may carry out an execution by lethal injection, firing squad, or nitrogen hypoxia. I know some of you historians just went, no, you don't mean gas chambers, right? We do. Nitrogen hypoxia is a method of execution and a cause of accidental death where an individual is deprived of oxygen by breathing pure nitrogen gas. They're proposing gas chambers in the year 2026 in the United States of America. This is a real proposition. This is a House bill. Is this legal? Anything's legal. This is the United States of America. There's no fucking law and order here. There's no justice here. But, like, no, this is not proposing. This takes effect on, what is that, July or August 1st? Oh my God. So you're telling me this is already signed off? Jesus fucking Christ. You see, this is why I tell you all the time that, like, Republican politicians are actual evil. Like, it's not about like you might say to yourself, like, there's no good and evil, and everybody does things thinking that they're doing it for the right causes, and that's not true. There are genuine people who actually get off on cruelty. They get off on that shit. And those are the people who are writing the laws in fucking Indiana. All right, I'm going to tone it down a little bit because that was so fucking crazy, and you have to spread the word on that. You have to spread the fucking word on that. That was so crazy that I'm going to tone it down a little bit. We're going to talk about Trump's inner sanctum, where he does, like, child sacrifices to Moloch. Surprisingly, Mayor Jacob Fry just stated that Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws. This is after having had a very good conversation with him. Could somebody in his inner sanctum please explain that this statement is a very serious violation of the law and that he is playing with fire? So, Donald, what do you mean, could somebody in his inner sanctum? Do you think everybody has a sanctum? Now, if you don't know what a sanctum is, I did you the favor of whipping up the definition here. From the Oxford Dictionary, of course. A sanctum is a sacred place, especially a shrine within a temple or church. Puts a whole new perspective on ballroom, right? Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's me doing Trump doing like a Gregorian chant to summon Baal and Moloch after he sacrifices 15 children to them because he's an actual pedophile billionaire. Fucking sick freak. But yeah, I thought that'd be kind of funny to show you, because now I gotta show you something that's gonna break the hearts of every barb. I know a couple of you were barbs, but Nicki Minaj is a dumb fucking bitch. And she is either trying to get her pedophile husband a pardon, or they got blackmail on her, because check this shit out.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan.
Go to jail.
And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more.
Oh, that's not a flex, sweetheart.
All of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know.
Bullying him? Oh. Hi, I'm Donald. I'm just a little guy. I'm the president of the United States of America, the largest nuclear arsenal on planet Earth. I just sent in the Delta Force to kidnap a foreign leader's president, a foreign country's president, bomb the nation, and, you know, and stuff like that. Please don't bully me. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. He's the fucking president of the United States.
Motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work.
The smear campaigns? You talking about the Epstein list? You talking about how the guy behind you is a fucking pedophile?
Okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him.
Motherfucker, if God is actually protecting Donald, then he ain't worthy of praise. Okay? Something's protecting Donald. And listen, I don't believe in God, but if that motherfucker's giving him aura, stop going to church. He ain't worthy. He ain't fucking worthy.
Amen.
See what I'm saying, bro? She looks scared. Like, what the fuck is that? This is the most unprofessional shit. Look at this fat fucking piglet little mouth. Should I go? That's what he's thinking right now. All right, now, last thing I wanted to show you was this. So Ted Cruz alleges this. It's like a leaked phone call. So Ted Cruz is running for president. He's definitely running for president. Okay, he wants to be the president. And he apparently had a phone call with Trump where he said Trump was in a bad mood. Right? He said, "quote I've been in conversations where he was very happy, but that's not one of them." Here we go. Cruz says that he told Trump, "Mr. President, if we get to November of 2026 and people's 401ks are down 30% and prices are up 10 to 20% at the supermarket, we're going to go into election day and face a bloodbath. You're going to lose the House. You're going to lose the Senate. You're going to spend the next 2 years being impeached every single week." And Trump responds, "Fuck you, Ted." That's the exact response I expect from Trump. But I will say this, it is indicative of the fact that what Ted Cruz is saying here is correct. Like, and I've been saying to you guys for a while, we need a blue nami. The only way to prevent the actual collapse of this nation, the only way to prevent the prevention of the 2028 presidential election is a blue nami in the midterms, right? This, and I've been saying it for a while, the 2026 midterms might be the final election in U.S. history. If they do steal, if they rig that fucking election and Republicans win all over the place, there's not going to be a presidential election. This is the last chance to save this country peacefully. You picking up what I'm putting down? Fuck it. If we don't win the midterm elections, there's going to be an armed revolution. Like, everybody knows that, I think. Everybody can see that in the fucking air. They can smell me. You could cut the air with a fucking knife right now. You know? Anyway, that's what I got for you. If you're here live, you stay. We got to make a thumbnail. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you fucking nothing, and it helps me immensely. And do me one last favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers.